Okay kids, it's time for books. So cuddle up to Mum or Dad and let's rock and read. Today, I'll be reading you If I Were King. And this is how it goes. There was once a boy named Thomas who lived in an ordinary house, had an ordinary life, and was quite unhappy. He always ate the same old breakfast. He never got to wear what he wanted. And he always had to be patient with his little brother. Thomas's favourite thing to do for fun was read. He mostly read in his bed, hiding under the covers with a torch. Even though he was very sneaky, he often got disturbed. His favourite kinds of books were fairy tales about dragons, castles by the sea, and powerful kings and queens who did exactly as they pleased. If I were king, I would be in charge. No more eggs on toast for breakfast. I'd eat cake. I would read books all day long and wear a glittering gold crown that I never take off. Just as Thomas was getting to his favourite part of the story, he heard a crash. He peered out from under the covers and saw his books on the floor, with somebody's orange juice spilled all over them. Thomas angrily mopped up the spilled juice and tried his best to dry the sticky books. A king would never have to put up with this sort of thing. That night he fell asleep, wishing very strongly to be king. In the morning, Thomas woke up in a bed that was certainly not his ordinary bed in his ordinary house. This bed was full of toys. In fact, the whole room was full of wonderful things. Colourful clothes with ribbons and jewels, shiny trays filled with sweets and so many books. It made Thomas dizzy to look at them. He soon realised that he wasn't in an ordinary house at all. This was a castle. A castle full of kings and queens who could do exactly as they pleased. It was wonderful. Oh, hello. You must be our new king, said a quiet voice. Thomas had never met a talking cat before. Our kingdom is ruled by many kings and queens. They wish to be here just like you, as your royal subjects. The other animals and I are here to serve you, your every desire. Suddenly, a loud ringing filled the halls. Come on, said the cat. It's time for breakfast. ordered a sack of pancakes with a mountain of fruit, ice cream, and a cherry on top. All along the dining table were plates overflowing with French toast, sandwiches, ice cream, cakes, and pastries of every kind. But before long, the royalty was so stuffed that they had to be carried out of the dining hall. After breakfast, the queasy queens and kings made their way outside for a round of mini golf. The golf course was amazing, but there was one problem. Everyone wanted to be the winner. It was exactly the same at the boat race. The kings and queens all shouted and it made Thomas's head hurt. At home, going to his room normally made him feel better, so he went there. But by lunchtime, he had a funny feeling in his stomach. It wasn't a hungry feeling, it was a worried feeling. And remember, kids, remind Mum and Dad to subscribe so you can see all my books. Thomas hoped to cheer himself up with a good book, but the worried feeling wouldn't go away. What's wrong, King Thomas? Did you get enough lunch? Would you like some more cake? Asked the cat, poking his head into Thomas's bedroom. No, thank you. I've had enough cake. I was just thinking about my old house and how quiet it is. And how my crown is actually a bit heavy. It hurts my head. And there are so many toys here. It's hard to choose what to play with. The cat tried to comfort Thomas the only way he knew how, by listening. All afternoon, Thomas told the cat stories about eggs on toast, annoying baby brothers, and even one about the joy of comfortable trousers. Eventually, the sun went down and Thomas and the cat fell asleep. For the first time all day, there was peace and quiet in the castle. The next morning, Thomas woke up to the smell of burning toast. He reached for his crown, but it wasn't there. He leapt out of bed and he ran to the kitchen with glee. King Thomas had never been happier to be his ordinary self in his ordinary house. Well, thank you for joining me to read If I Were a King. No, sorry, If I Were a King. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.